Hey, welcome to my channel where I talk about dolls, and that's literally it. And in this video, I'm going to be catching up on unboxing all my Mori Lolli stuff. I have two of the limited edition dolls, which are Candice and Mushroom Fantasia, and then I have two of the Lilly dolls. One is one of the original releases, which is the Polka Perfection, and then the other one is their limited edition doll, the Polka Shadows, who is kind of fashion after Wednesday Addams. It's pretty obvious. And I also have a few outfits and other accessories like wigs and boots and stuff like that I've had sitting in my closet for so long, because the problem is when I'm waiting to unbox stuff, I pile things up without realizing it sometimes, because that's the life of unboxing stuff on YouTube, I guess. Some of these items I was able to use my code, a discount code that other people can use. It's 10% off. It's my channel name, DisBlaine. And just, I like to remind people every once in a while that DisBlaine is my name because I'm a Disney fan and I started my Instagram with that prefix of Disney. So I don't know why, I just like to throw that in every once in a while because I know how it comes across to different people. People have different ideas of what my username is. And it's not just you who can use it. I can use it myself. So I have been, as you can see. It worked on Mushroom Fantasia, and I feel like maybe it wasn't supposed to, because then the other two limited edition dolls that have come out since, Candice on the bottom here, and Luna Polka Shadows, the limited edition Luna Lilly doll, it didn't work on. But it works on all the other Luna Lilly stuff and the other Mori Lolli stuff. And like I said, I'm catching up, so I haven't ordered any of the newest stuff that just dropped pretty recently, and I'll see how much room I have after this, because that's the thing. I really wanted to because I like it, but I have to get all this open to see if I can fit everything, because that's what's become the problem of accumulating stuff, is it's like, do I have too much? Can I find a space for all this? So now after this video, I'm finally going to know if I can fit it all in or not. I'm going to start the unboxing with the Mori Lolli doll, Mushroom Fantasia. She was their first limited edition doll, and I've been really excited to open her, believe it or not. It's just, I have to time things as when I have time to open them. Once she's open, I'm going to bring over Alice, who's behind me, because I do think she fits in with the Alice theme. I don't think she was designed that way, but when you watch the Wonderland movies or read the books, there's a lot of mushroom stuff going on. We all have theories as to why. And then I will also, okay, sorry, I should have also stated that she's got a special face painting, and it is really nice. And then I'm also going to redress the first Luna Lilly doll to be part of the Alice world as well. So I should have shown you that, but like, I've been sitting with this doll for so long that I guess I got a little bit eager. So here's how she looks. Her wig's not on, so that's why she looks a little bit funny probably. But she has the new glass eyes, which turns out they are very detailed, but they're quite heavy. So my Alice doll, who's got glass eyes behind me, she's very head heavy and her head can fall forward, and she's sitting in a way that I'm like, maybe she will too. All right, before I get to pulling out everything, I'm curious what's in there, because I've been sitting with this doll for so long I kind of forget. There's an envelope that comes with a certificate, I guess. So she's 50 of 100. So now I know there are 100 pieces made. I'm sure I knew that at one point, but I've forgotten. So she's like right in the middle. Then her number's right in the middle. What a funny number to have. And it's just on the certificate, so I don't think the numbers are pretty arbitrary. 100 were made, and it's not like each doll is printed with the number. It's just so the number of certificate I have is 50 of 100, and so this is what you're going to see when the doll gets put together. And then there's the artwork on the back, and as much as I love the design of the doll, something about the artwork makes me think of barnacles, which I never like. So I'm glad. This is my personal taste. It's no offense to the artist, even though it's a pretty offensive thing. I just don't love I don't like how this hat looked. It looked like something from The Last of Us or something like that. I just wasn't getting good vibes. And then there's more artwork. Oh, it's a pamphlet. So here's, I guess this is some of the stock photos and more artwork from the artist. And it all came together nicely in the end. That's all that matters. And I'm allowed to see what I see when I look at this picture. I don't like it. And then there is just some fact sheets that come with it, the measurements. I think the other Mori Lolli doll will have it too when I get to her. Tells you how to change their eyes and their wigs and stuff like that. But I've had enough of them now that I probably will remember. And here are little shoes, because these dolls have big heads and small feet. So you need a doll stand. Oh, she comes with a doll stand too. And then these they're cute button like hair ties. I don't really understand what the buttons have to do with the mushrooms, but again, I love how the doll looked when she came together. That's all that matters. And then her outfit's going to be wrapped up in here. Oh, I was like, why is there a cushion? It's her hat. I thought she gave me some kind of pin cushion. It's like so it's a clip that'll go on her head like that. And it really is just a cushion. It's not what I pictured. I don't know why I didn't picture her having a little pillow on her head. It's cute, it'll look fine, but it also doesn't look very much like a mushroom when I'm looking at this from this angle. I don't know. You can have your own opinion too. It looks like a piece of a fruit or something. Again, it'll all come together, but I'm just pointing out what I see as I go. And then here's her dress with more buttons that will match the hair ties once they're in. And it's just a print, so it's like a custom fabric, I guess is what it is. And there's a layer underneath, which is, so it's just one with two ruffles, so it's not like three layers of in total of all the dress pieces. And then her tights. In here, I don't even remember her having tights. Like, that's how long it's been, but they're really cute. Pink with more of the mushrooms because she's a mushroom girl. And as silly as it sounds, one of the things that really sold me on her was this doll stand, which I like that they make doll stands you can buy separately for the three characters, the main characters who are behind me. But it's nice that this one actually came with the doll stand, so you don't have to buy it separately because it's made to her theme. So it's everything comes together. The dolls behind me are the same thing. The doll stands that they have, the base suits the theme of the doll, provided you keep them in their default outfit, their meat outfit, starter outfit, whatever you want to call it. It's probably good to point out that when you get it, it looks a little dull because there is a protective plastic over it that I know is on here. I just can't see where I'm supposed to peel. Eeks. I was having such a hard time pulling or finding a place to pull that I was beginning to think, oh, maybe this one doesn't have a protective coating, and I'm just scratching or scraping up the actual base of the stand. But it's fine. This goes in here, and it's a saddle stand, which I may have trouble remembering which is the front and which is the back. I think it goes this way. We'll see if we can get the doll in here. And they're pretty hard to get in, I gotta be honest. But I guess hard to go in means it's hard to fall out as well. Here's hoping anyway. And now we can finally pull out the doll who, her earrings are already affixed. So I'm assuming they're not removable. Not that I'd want to remove them, but anyway, one last look at the doll in her cardboard prison before I free her. And I think she has the second lightest skin tone. I'm not sure what they call them anymore because they've got peach and snow white, I think, or a really pale color. And she seems to be the medium tone, the same as the strawberry fields behind me, but I'll confirm that in a second. And I find they all are inside the box a little bit different. This one is tied in, and we'll see how Candice is when she comes out. So you'll simply untie all the little ribbons, all the bows, and just pull her out. I don't know if I'm going to shift her eyes. I kind of like how her glance is, the up and to the side, I think. And I'll bring her up a little bit closer when she's out because the glass eyes are so detailed. I wasn't feeling them at first until I got my first pair, which are on Alice behind me. And they're super detailed. Yeah, she has a cute glance. I think I may keep her. I'll show you how to remove them because I've done it before. But just know that she looks fine as is. So here she is, still in her bandaged state with her head forward. Is it really heavy? It's not too bad. I think another thing Alice has working against her is she has this really heavy jewel on her hairpiece. Oh, I didn't even talk about the face painting. So she's got special blushing, and if you look at the corners of her eyes, they're painted differently. So she's just got a really unique face compared to the other three girls who do have blushing as well, just not to this. It's not this extreme. Yeah, I do like her eye. Oh, and her lips. Her lips are painted differently as well, so I should probably let you take a moment to see that as well. Before I forget, while I cleaned up, I confirmed that her skin tone is called cream with special blushing or special painting, which is the same color as Strawberry Fields, who is right there. Wow, that was a good guess for once. So it's the same color, but it may look a little different. It may look a little pinkier because of the special painting that she got, but I guess it's one of their, I think that they have 3 skin tones now, maybe 4 with one of their Luna Lilly dolls. All right, so now let me get to putting her outfit on so you can see how she looks in person. You know, before I do that, I'm just gonna take off the back of her head and show you how you could change her eyes, even though I think her expression is really sweet. So her head here just twists and turns off, and there's a white putty inside that you're seeing a string from the ball jointedness of her body. But if you look at this white sticky tacky that's in here, you take that off and the eyes move around. The eyelashes are separate, so you have to be careful with that. And like I said, she looks fine, so I don't need to do that for her. But I usually do change the eye position for my other Mori Lolli dolls. Not just because I can, which is a cool feature, but because when they arrive, I don't always love the way their eyes are positioned. They usually look a little offset. And people keep telling me there are these hearts that you're supposed to line up on, like 2 pieces of a heart or 2 halves of a heart. But I don't seem to see it whenever I put their skulls back on. their head caps. You know, I think that's fine. That's good enough. Oh, and another thing she comes with are these, they're sort of like friction pads. I don't know how much they really help keep on the wig. They come with 6 of them. They show you in demonstration videos how you're supposed to put them on. I just put it on the wig. I do put a couple of those on and then I put on the wig and just hope for the best because I don't really know how foolproof that method is. The shoes are simple but cute. They're shiny vinyl, shiny red vinyl. So they're gonna look good. Everything's gonna come together nicely. The hair the hair ties are a little more detailed because of the button. I also think that these could have come already placed onto the doll's wig, so I don't have to worry about messing it up myself. The way her earrings are already in set. Let me see if these are removable. Oh yeah, they slide in and out really easily, so they're not permanent. But I guess they haven't. I guess they just put them in because it's not like they've come up with a system to include earrings, because the dolls don't always include earrings. I guess she's the first one. I'll see if the artist edition, the Candice doll, if she does too. Oh, she's still got her binding on. But so far, she's my only Mori Lolli doll with earrings. Before I put the dress on, maybe I'll show you the shape of the bodies. It's been a while, so maybe you're curious. It's the design is very hippie, so they go out very wide in the hips, very narrow in the shoulders, very big in the head. And the Lilly doll that I'm going to bring out after, she's going to have the exact same body, but a smaller head. So they are part of the same world. It's just kind of, they can't really look related because they have the same body, the exact same body, and then really different head size. So it's not like they're really, could be like little sisters, but they could share clothes. And I do want to show some other outfits on the Lilly doll when I finally get around to opening them. I haven't mentioned yet that the ball jointing and the articulation points are the same as Ruby Red dolls because they're made by the same company. But to be clear, my discount code does not work on Ruby Red products. It's a different website. So my code only works on the specifically everything on the Mori Lolli website. And sometimes I call them, I think I call them Dory Molly, or I call them something wrong because the website is dollymori.com. So I think I used to think they were Lolli Mori for the longest time. And that's why. And so I just like to throw it over as well, because if I do mistakenly say the name, it's their fault for giving the domain something so confusing and so similar to the doll's name. And so that string you saw at the top of her, inside her head, when I took off the top of her head, is probably the same thing you would see inside of a Ruby Red doll. And I don't find these are as hard to hold a pose as Ruby Red, for example, but boy, is it hard to get tights on over these hips. They're just dolls, so it's okay to say that, I think. And they've definitely become my favorite dolls of the Red Ruby universe. I've never been a Blythe collector. I never got into them. I don't know if it was because they look kind of shiny to me. The vinyl looks kind of shiny. And these, I'm bringing up Blythe because to me, it's a similar aesthetic. It's like this big head with big round eyes, but something about the Mori Lolli character and shape and everything like that has really appealed to me in ways that other really big-headed dolls haven't. Or lollipop doll, or I always think of them as lollipop dolls because they just look like lollipops. I'm having so much trouble getting these tights on, and I'm just rambling in a way, but I want you to kind of see that it takes a lot to get these tights up in a good spot. They're really cute. I'm just trying to make them look cuter. And now let me put on the shoes. Are they okay? So I hate when shoes are like this on dolls. There's an actual buckle and it's not Velcroed, so you do have to loosen it like you would in a real human shoe, but they're not human sized, which means the pieces are really small and delicate. Like, just to show you what I'm talking about, I'm trying to loosen that strap, but I don't want to loosen it all the way so that I have to poke it back through, because it could be really tricky doing that. I'm hoping that I can just loosen it enough that it'll fit over her foot. Oh, you know what? What if I didn't even have to loosen that? Because it went on way too easily. I bet I don't even have to loosen this. Let's see. Could you imagine? I made you listen to all that and witness all that. Oops. You don't need to loosen it at all. Let me go get some tweezers. I feel like I made that mistake before, but oh well, I fixed it. She's fine now. Okay, last for her is the wig. Well, doing all the things to her wig, getting it on, getting her, I'm going to put everything onto the wig before I put it on her because I just don't want to mess this. I think it'll be easier to mess it up on her head. So first things first, so she's got these braids. Let me show you. And the funny, unique thing about Mori Lolli wigs is they're not shiny. They're shiny, but the wig itself is matte, and it's really hard. It's one of those things I think you have to see and feel in person because it's super soft, but it's just like no other wig I've ever experienced from a doll line before. So I think her hair is braided, and I have to get the hair elastic around the clear elastic here. And I repeat what I said couldn't it have just been possible to have her already come with those things on so I don't have to ruin it? Yeah, that's where they go. See, I put stuff away and then I needed it. All right, I don't think it matters what goes on what side, like which color. Because this really is, I don't know. They say that it's part of the fun of getting these new dolls is dressing them. I highly disagree. It's a stressful part of getting them. Oh, and at least I have this out so I can look again where her hat goes. And they've clipped it off to her right side, so my left side. Not that you have to follow, but I kind of feel like I want to follow what they do in the original design. Okay, so that goes to the side. And then I will finally get her wig on and you can finally see what this doll looks like. All right, it looks cute. Let's see how it looks when it's actually on her head. So what I was saying about these little friction pads is I think they have placed them around, I think they put like one on the front and one on the back. I don't know, they give you 6, so you really can put on as many as you want. I don't think it's that necessary. I don't even know if it's that helpful. Or maybe it's a placebo. All right, let's try with 2. You know what? First, I'm gonna put her on a doll stand because I don't know how out of balance she's gonna go once I get her wig on. I'm gonna put her forward on her doll stand. Put her on the right way. So yeah, that's the thing. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing. So it's a saddle. So you bring it up as high as it can go. The sort of, it looks like a bike seat goes between the hip joints. I guess you could call it her inner thighs. And that seems to be the right shape. And then you drop her back down and then you clip this into place and then it doesn't move. And she's got enough, she feels grippy enough that she won't flop around too much. Because I've had some of them, I think it's Alice who flops around the most. It's that big head. It's the big heavy jewel and her glass eyes. But I think mostly the jewel. Because this doll doesn't feel like she's head heavy. I'll show you what I'm doing. Oh, okay. So you know what? This time I really felt the friction of that pad grip onto her hair. So maybe it's not a placebo. Like I could hear it and feel it kind of slide into place and just grip. So I take it back. It does work. But what doesn't work is setting up her wig before you put it on her head. I did not like where that pillow hat was at all. Or do I want it? I think I want it a little bit more visible rather than falling into her braid. I'm gonna play around with it more because I'm just gonna be being too picky and it's not even necessary. But anyway, Mushroom Fantasia is unboxed and dressed and she's super adorable and she's really interesting looking. And I hope that I made you look at enough of the details in her face, like her eyes and the paint. I'm gonna bring her back now that she's got her wig on because she'll probably look a lot better now than when you saw her before. For example, these dolls tend to be very almost translucent. So when they don't have their wigs on, they can be almost look like a nightlight, like you're seeing through them. But sweet face. She sold out. I think when I looked at the website for her skin tone, it said she was like $230 Canadian, but I have no idea what that would be in your region's currency because you can only look at your own when you go on. Yeah, she's absolutely adorable. And I do like the special face paint that they did with her. And the colors all come together very nicely. It's a really interesting shade of ginger hair. I don't know, it's almost like a pinkish red. Yeah, it's a pinkish red. So one doll down, I'm going to move on to the first Lilly doll that I got. She's also a redhead, but I'm gonna try a couple different things on her, and then I'm gonna bring out Alice, like I said. And then I have a few outfits and a couple more dolls, so I should get things moving. The Lilly dolls were introduced a few months ago. I wasn't totally sold on buying them because I didn't love the outfits very much, to be honest. When she comes together, you may see what I mean. But I did like the faces, well, the face, because they've only done one sculpt so far for each doll. And they did 2 versions of Lilly to begin with. I waited for other people to share their pictures through social media to decide if I wanted to get a Lilly doll or not. I was curious because, like I said, it was new and it went with the what's now my favorite dolls of the ruby red world. And okay, she is cute. From the mess I see when I'm saying watch, you'll see what I mean by mess. But anyway, I had to take this stuff out, it's gonna fall. But here's how she looks when I open her up. So keep in mind, same body, smaller head, and a different face, but just they can at least share clothes. Because you know what, let me jump right into the card. Oops, kind of ripped the sticker. Forget it. So yeah, I'm not really feeling the fashion that she comes with. It looks to me a little bit, it almost looks like so there was a redhead version and a blonde version. I like the redhead a little bit better, but like I said, I wanted to see pictures before I bought her. And it looks a little clowny. Maybe it's the polka dots and I don't know. That's what I'm getting from it. So I'm not I like the doll. At least I liked the doll. And then when I realized that they were the same body and I could trade clothes with Mori Lolli, then I was a little bit more sold. However, if I just waited I don't know, about a month later, I would have seen the limited edition version I'll be opening in a bit, and I just would have been fine to have her because she's their best doll so far, and they've only done 3. So she seems to be packed in here. Yep, she's packed the same as Mori Lolli, but they don't have to make as much room for her head, so the box is a little bit smaller. So it opens like a little drawbridge, and then she is tied in inside, just like Mushroom Fantasia was. I don't know if I said when I was opening Mushroom Fantasia that every Mori Lolli doll I've received has been affixed to the box a little bit differently, and this one, different again because she's got plastic underneath the foam that's protecting her, so I don't know what they expected might happen to this doll in the way that they didn't expect to happen to any of the other Mori Lolli dolls, which have the same body and the same color. Is she probably cream? No, I think she's peach. Yes, this is the peach skin tone. And so this is the darkest that they so far make the Mori Lolli dolls. And I always read from other collectors saying that they really want to see this line have deeper skin tones. It could still be the same molds and everything like that, but it would just be nice to see them get a little bit more adventurous than peach. Because so far, I think the darkest doll is still paler than I am, that's pretty pale. And I mention this because Mori Lolli released another character doll recently. I think I mentioned in the beginning that I haven't ordered anything new because I'm waiting to get through all this stuff. And she has the peach skin tone. So she has what's so far the darkest skin tone. And they could have gone a little, I don't think it's just adding some color to the vinyl mix. I don't think it'd be much work. So they could really just take these same faces and give us something different. Because I think we've now had 3 dolls that are peach, each being the deepest skin tone. Yeah, why is this girl so much more protected than the others? They're literally the same body. And remember when I just said that she's my first doll with earrings and the only doll I have with earrings? I'll check the other limited edition doll. Well, Lilly has earrings, so I can no longer say that I only have one Mori Lolli doll with earrings. I wonder if they're the same ease of removing them as her. Yep. So they could trade earrings. Do I have other earrings? Aside from these, because these look like regular size. Oh, yeah, I guess I could show you that. The post on them is very thin, like a human earring. So if you have, I guess, human earrings, or for me, Integrity Toys earrings, they could probably share them because they have the same size hole. So I don't need to go into details about the body, but just know that here's how she looks with her head bald and her smaller head. Very cute face, for the record. Yeah, and I like the way the ears stick out a little bit. And it looks like they are removable the same way. I don't think they've made new eyes or wigs available. Their heads are smaller. And I actually brought over a ruby red, did I say that right? Ruby red Sibley's wig to try on her to see if they're the same size because their heads are smaller. So I'm hoping that other doll wigs might fit her because they haven't released anything for us to get adventurous with yet. Moving on to the outfit, she's got these vinyl shoes that look like they're very deep navy. I thought they were black, but no, I think in person. Oh yeah, look at the ribbon, the bow. They're definitely navy, not black. I hope it's picking it up, the subtlety of how deep of a blue it is. But yeah, she's got a weird color story too, because the ribbons on her hair are red. And her earrings are pink and a darker pink. So 2 shades of pink. Let's see what her outfit is like. Clown, that's what I'm getting. I'm getting clown. So her outfit comes with a pair of tights as well. They're striped and polka dotted. That's a pretty busy pattern. And pink. So now we've got pink, white, gray, navy blue. And this is like it's more than one piece. So this shirt is probably the same shade of pink as the polka dots. You know what? This shirt's actually really cute. The flared sleeves are nice, and it has a bow at the neck, right? Yeah, a little bow at the neck that does not really match the bows in her hair, and another bow. So I guess this goes on her head. Does this go on her head? She sort of got bows in her hair. It's a really busy doll. Anyway, I'm making fun of the poor thing, and I haven't even opened her all the way up. It's a cute bow. It's like you put it around her neck, and she's a clown. Does it go around her neck? No, she's already got one around her neck. And a suspender skirt, I guess you could say. Oh yeah. So they're more polka dots. I mean, it's in her name, so I can't keep harping on that. And I don't know if you can see the buttons here. Are they sewn on buttons, or are they? I think they're kind of like felt buttons. So they're more decorative. I mean, they would be decorative because it's a little doll, but suspenders that would cross over her body with little snaps on the back to get them done up. And the skirt is just one layer. When I looked at it underneath, it looked like there might have been some kind of like fake faux tulle. Anyway, you've seen that. So this is a lot of color for one doll. Okay, so she's got blue. It's a different shade of blue in the polka dots, different from the navy of her shoes. So she just got a lot of color. I mean, I'm still gonna try it on before I try a different outfit on her, because let's see how she comes together. Just to make sure I'm right, I pulled our postcard back out because I wasn't sure how all this was supposed to look when it's done. And I know I sound like I've never looked at her outfit before. The truth is I didn't like the outfit, so I was trying not to look at it too much because I was planning to redress her. But it's a lot. It's so many bows. So it's gonna be the same thing, getting her tights up and on. It's gonna, her body is so middle heavy that the thighs are a lot bigger than the calves. So I guess it's just being dramatic, but you wouldn't expect a little doll to be so hard to dress. I mean, I guess it's a good thing that I'm struggling, because it means that everything's gonna fit really nicely once it's actually on. And I know not to loosen her straps anymore on her shoes, at least. I'm still seeing clown. How about you? Okay, let's see how the shirt goes on. I see a snap button here. One, two little snaps. And this is actually a really cute shirt. It just gets so buried, for me, it gets so buried in the clownness of the rest of her outfit that I didn't even notice how cute it was. Yeah, I guess if I look at the picture now that I know, it looks cute. Oh, and their hands are really spread out, like their fingers are all over the place. So I struggled a bit with her too, but I didn't want to ruin her outfit, so I paused. And that makes it sound like I'm okay with ruining her outfit, but I'm not. It's just I guess I'm less worried about ruining her outfit, to be honest. It's really, why isn't it going up? There we go. It's supposed to be short? Oh, it's a short, like a 3/4 length flare shirt. Man, what a funny outfit to put on. Not just the way it looks, but the way it goes on. All right, let's see if I can show you it better now that I'm a little bit more practiced at putting their funny spread fingers through the elastic. There we go. That one was a little bit easier. So I feel like, now that I'm looking at it on her, it was cuter almost in theory. Like I wish the sleeves came down to her wrists, and I think I pulled a thread. See, I don't know if you can make it out because it's small, it's white, but I pulled a thread trying to get her fingers through. See, if the doll came out redressed, I wouldn't have to worry about this stuff. But then again, she came out redressed, I'd be redressing her anyway, I think. Oh, that's a big tag on the back of her shirt. Oh, that's another thing about Ruby Red, is they put the tags on their clothes, but they're sewn in a way that they don't go tuck behind them. They go forward, so they're completely visible, and I'll never understand why they do that. Why not sew them so that they go the other way? And sometimes you can, I guess she's got a skirt to go over it, but sometimes you can force them to go behind them. But for the most part, they just sit better out in front, bulking them up. Luckily, these suspenders have snaps too, because I was really overthinking that for a minute, like how I was going to get this up on her. It doesn't open. I don't think it opens. I think it's just an elastic waist. Yeah, so that's how you get it on. And the shirt tucks into it. Cheating by looking at the postcard. Pray for me. Over these hips. And my fat fingers don't help. Whoa. That just really goes, at the last second, just really shoots up over her body. I'm just being extra, I think. I don't think it's as bad as I'm making it out. But I'm making fun because I know I wasn't planning to keep her in the outfit. And to be honest, as it's coming together in person, it's looking better than it does in the picture. I guess the colors aren't as offensive to my eyeballs as they are in the picture. You know what is offensive? I'm trying to get the shirt under the skirt. I think another thing that happened for my poor little Polka Perfection is that after Polka Shadows came out, I lost, I don't know if I don't not want the doll, but I'm saying she became less appealing. She's definitely my second favorite out of the three that exist, and Polka Shadows is by far my most favorite. And I don't know if they'll end up ever making one that I could like nearly equally. And I don't have any desire for the blonde one at all. Not because she's blonde, it's just that so far, it's the fashion. I don't like the fashion of the blonde one even more than this one. So that was part of the contributing factor. I like the fact that she has green eyes and the Pippi Longstocking hair. People know who Pippi Longstocking is still, right? She comes back every once in a while, so who knows. And another thing is I know not to ruin the shoes by loosening them because they'll probably just squeeze over her stocking and foot anyway. Because it's the same thing. It's there's no Velcro or anything. It's just a buckle that you would loosen. So again, pray for me because I don't want to have to pull out my tweezers again. That was kind of stressful. And I feel like another one of my Mori Lolli dolls had the same situation where I thought I had to loosen. This one feels a little bit tighter. I don't want to undo it. I want to loosen it and then have to tighten it. Because tightening it up with tweezers was not fun. You know what? I give up. But I just loosened it a very tiny bit, and hopefully that's enough to get it up. There we go. Yep, that did it. And it shouldn't be, there's extra straps, so I don't think it'll be that, it won't be as hard to tighten this up as it was the other shoe. Yeah, tightening these straps was super easy. I don't know if they came out with a Lilly doll stand yet. I feel like I would have purchased it if they did, so I don't know what I'm going to do for doll stands for these dolls, because all these strings going through their body does not make, same with Ruby Red, it doesn't always make them the easiest to stand. I'm looking at her, I'm just like, can you get it together, please? Polka Perfection? I don't know if you could see how her legs were going. I was just trying to get her to stand up, but a doll stand would be nice. And I don't want to, I like the fact that the Mori Lolli doll stands are all themed for each particular doll, that I wouldn't want to use one of their stands. Did she not come with those, you know, those little, what are those, friction pads? Because if not, I have some left over from my Mori Lolli doll over here, but that just seems like a weird thing to exclude. You know what? I'm just going to use one of hers because I don't want to sit here all night looking for these silly little things. It might even be at this size, the scale of wig, it's not as necessary, but it felt so useful on her that now I'm going to, just to be safe, put them on her as well. And like I said, I'm putting a Sibley's wig on her after. Oh, for once I can see, remember how I said that there's usually like something that's supposed to line up? I can see two dots in the back of her head that line up that I can never see them on a Mori Lolli doll. I don't know if it's my eyeballs, my vision, all the lights in here, but people always say that they go by the hearts that they line up, but I just, for some reason, don't see them on my Mori Lolli dolls. And I feel like the friction things didn't do anything. I didn't even feel it. Didn't even feel it go friction-y. So here she is without her big clown bow that I am going to put on, but for now I just want you to see her. It's a really nice shade of wig, and it's not the matte, you know how I was saying that the Mori Lolli dolls have a matte wig, they're not shiny. Hers is actually shiny like a regular wig. This is cute. I really like the hair and the wig. I'm not, again, I agree with my earlier sentiments that I don't love the outfit. It's the polka dots. There's too much. And then in the postcard, she's got this big bow for no reason up on the side of her head. And I say no reason because she's got two ribbons in her braid. So here we go. Clown realness. She is cute though. So I want to digress a little bit to say that in person, she's a lot cuter. Like I didn't expect, and the outfit is cuter too. I'm still going to change her, and I wanted to put her in sort of Alice in Wonderland theme. So let me bring out the outfit I want to get for her. And you know what? I'll bring Alice on board too, so that you can see her at least with Mushroom Fantasia. And she's really cute. She's so much cuter in person. A few notes first. Alice is wearing the glass eyes that I mentioned before that you buy separately. I really wanted to get her the light brown acrylic eyes, but those don't seem to be coming back maybe ever. It's been so long since they've restocked them, and they seem to be replenishing the glass eyes when they sell out. They're more expensive, they're more detailed, so I feel like Mori Lolli is sort of going to a glass eyes place, but I would love to see the acrylic eyes come back, at least the light brown ones. Those are the only ones I really want. And then another thing is, so this is one of their Mori Lolli outfit that I've shown on here already, and it's got a white rabbit on it, so it feels like the Alice theme. You've got Alice, you've got the mushrooms, and then you've got the white rabbit. And looking at it, I was hoping it would match her stockings a little bit better, but I'm not certain it's going to be a great match. But I wanted to have something, not just her earrings from her original outfit, to feel like she's still herself. Because in the end, she's not even going to have her own wig. Maybe. You know, the wig's actually really cute. I really like the wig, and it is very Pippi Longstocking because the braids even curl up. Please tell me you know what Pippi Longstocking is. Maybe a little white rabbit ears headband would be cute for this doll to wear with this, but take what you get, right? Take what you've got. Yeah, I'm not really feeling the stockings with this. But I also do have I mentioned I have some more outfits to unbox that I've had for a while. One of those is a pair of white boots. So I'm going to try the boots. These are Mori Lolli dress forms. I have a few of them behind me. So I'm going to try the boots with this, and if it looks silly, I'll take the stockings off. So this is like a box of outfits. So behind. Mori Lolli's actually released quite a few pairs of boots and shoes lately. So I don't know if I'm ever going to get the other ones. But anyway, these are the white ones. I wanted to wear with this white rabbit outfit. It makes sense, right? They come in this plastic case. And good, there's zip-ups. Because if I had to tie up all these laces just to fit it over this tiny little foot, that would have been a lot of stress. But as is, should be pretty easy to get on. Their bodies are so hard to move around. Yep. It's a little bit tight, probably because of the tights. Ironically. Really? So maybe I have to take them off. Anyway, I thought this was gonna... Oh, there we go. Oh no, it actually looks cute. It covers enough of the parts that don't match that... Not that it doesn't match, but it doesn't... It just covers the too muchness of it, I think. And ties in her colors, maybe, of her earrings. Here's hoping. You could tell me if I'm wrong. Boy, do these ever need a doll stand, though, because she has such stubborn legs. Like, she stands so funny. Come on, Polka Perfection. She needs a better name, too. Oh, she's so stubborn. Anyway, let me show her to you before I get the wig out, the Sibley's wig, to see how well they fit. It looks like it should fit, but anyway, it's cute, right? She's, oh, where did focus? I think she's now Alice themed enough that she can be displayed with them. What was I looking for? The wig. It's the only one that I think ties together the colors. It's from, I have been changing around some of my Ruby Red Dolls wigs, and this is from the sister 2-pack, I think, of Bailey and her Sibley. And because it's got the pink streaks, I'm really hoping it's going to fit, because if it fits, it's going to look so good. But I like this wig too, so that's the only shame is that, oh, this has the silicone on it. Okay, good. I think it's going to fit. Oh, she looks so much cuter, even though it's a shame because I like the other wig. I just get this to a good spot. So I guess that's a good thing about these wig dolls, is the ones that don't come with them affixed, is you can share them, which is what they want you to do. I feel like this wig changed her a lot. She kind of looks like a little bit of a brat now. Like, she looks softer in this. You wouldn't expect it though. And you know, I'm changing your opinion, so I should just show her to you and let you decide. I'm just trying to make it look really cute, all the little curls. Anyway, so here is, I don't know what I'm going to call her, but here's Polka Perfection in Bailey from the limited edition 2-pack wig. And I think it ties together the colors nicely of the white rabbit outfit. But I can't think of a name. And I'm sitting here staring at her when I have so much more to unbox because I really like her now. And oh, you know what? Let me bring all three of the Alice themed dolls closer, even though I'm already sitting really close. You can probably see her. These legs. Stand right, girl. All right, so here's Alice. I'm getting too close. Here's Mushroom Fantasia and the White Rabbit. So now you can see the difference of the head difference side by side. Literally a balloon, and these are a little bit more regularly proportioned, but still not. They're still cartoonish, let's say, like with the way the hips go and everything like that. But you know, it comes down to what you like. If you like these big-headed dolls, which I sincerely think they're very sweet, or these little-headed dolls. It's up to you. But now I really do have to move on to next. I'm going to open up some of the outfits, the 3 that I've had in my closet for a long time. And they'll be for the 3 original girls. I see these outfits as sort of as their dance outfits. And you know what? I think I'm going to need those white boots back for the girls to wear them. And I would say each girl has an outfit. This one is for Night Bloom, the goth style doll. The doll is sold out right now, but they come back all the time because they're core dolls. This one is for Adventure Alice. I mean, you don't have to wear them that way, but that's how I'm going to do it. And then this one is for Strawberry Fields, I think she's called. And I also, again, this is a long time ago, so I even forgot this was in here, got a wig that I thought might look cute on my Night Bloom doll. I call her Jasmine because it's a night blooming flower. So I think I'm going to, because she's so pale, I would want to see her with this pink and purple wig, and that's kind of her color scheme anyway of her dance outfit. I'm going to keep calling it that. I don't think anybody really can use these black boots. Regardless, I'm going to start with this outfit, and you know, black boots might be cute with it, and work my way from there. So this is the pink punk outfit, which is still currently available on the website, but these outfits seem to go in and out of stock a lot. So I'm not sure if by the time you look it up, if you are interested in it, wow, if it's going to be there or not, but it will come back. Because I think I was trying to buy these outfits for quite a while, and I had to wait for at least one of them to restock. And so the details of the outfit, this is a shredded sweater, pink and black. It reminds me a little bit of the Halloween doll that came out this year. Was his name no, Maxine was the girl. But it reminds me of the Werewolf Boys sweater. It's same kind of material, same kind of shredding, but a different color. Then it's got a black tiered skirt with polka dots that I couldn't see the polka dots in pictures at all. Two tiers, and it's black, and you could probably see the gray polka dots if you really focus in on it. And then it's got this, is it a belt? It's been so long that I kind of forget what even is included with it, but it looks like a studded belt. I'm certain that's what it's supposed to be. I hope you can make it out from there. Those are, yeah, they're actual glued on studs. And then it's got these leg warmers, these flared leg warmers that can go over the boots, or they can go over her starter shoes if you don't buy the boots. But I think I'm going to put the boots on it with it because I might as well use them. I bought them. And then there's the long, straight pink wig with bangs that I honestly do not even remember buying. I don't remember wanting this. I don't remember what happened. I probably thought it would go really well with this, and I just wanted to mix things up with my Night Bloom doll, but it's so funny to think that I love her black wig, so it's a very funny thing. Long time ago, right? That's the danger of buying too many things or not opening them right away, as you don't even remember why you wanted it. But anyway, it's still cute, and I'm not upset about it. It's just funny to think. It's that matte. It looks shiny, but it still feels very soft and matte. And then it's got a purplish pink. What is that? Magenta underneath? It's a purpley pink, and then pink over top of it, which I think will go together really well with all the colors of her outfit. Oh, and the boots, the black boots. Might as well just show them quickly before I get to dressing the doll. But I mean, I just showed you basically the white version. Not much else to see. They are come pre-tied up. They're zipped. They're not very shiny. They're like a matte kind of faux leather. And I'm hoping it'll all look really good on my Jasmine doll. We're about to find out. Let's start with the skirt that has a very big Mori Lolli tag on it. It's elastic waist, so it should, oh no, I forgot. I was about to say, it should go on very easily, and then I remembered how big their hips are. So their big hips, my fat fingers, what could go wrong? Oh, and this doll, I've swapped out her eyes. She usually comes with a sort of purplish gray eye color, and I got her back when they used to make acrylic eyes, I got her the dark brown ones, which are very sweet, and it's a shame that they don't have them anymore, because now they just have the glass ones, which have a sort of glittery look to them that I don't love, because I don't know why they have to have sparkles in their eyes. And I'll bring her up close after to show you how much cuter it was when you could just get regular doll eyes in acrylic. Now, I think I might have to be very careful with this shredded sweater over all these little digits coming through. Okay, it's baggy enough that you just kind of have to be careful in the beginning, and then once you get it past the shoulder, this one doesn't even have a shoulder. It's got a studded strap. Ooh, no. Lots of little holes for her little fingers to get through. It's very cute though. It's just there's such funny proportions that you look at these big heads, these big expressive faces, and you don't expect such a little outfit to have to get onto them. I, for a time, wondered if like an 18-inch doll wig would fit them. They don't. They're a bit too big on them, but they look like they'd fit, don't they? And that alone says enough. Next, I'm going to put on the leg warmers. I'm assuming that's what these would be called. Doesn't really matter what goes on which leg, right? And so there's lace at the top. I'm assuming it's elasticated. And then, yep, it's elasticated. And then the flare that would come down over her boot, because I'm going to put the boots on her. That's cute. The ruffles would sit in the right spot. And then I guess you just got to play with them until you get them where you want them to sit, because it's all kind of funny, I guess, with the way the seams are and the ruffles and the lace. I'm just never certain it is where it's supposed to be. Oh my goodness. Anyway, they're really cute once you get it on, and I just feel like I twisted her legs all up, so now she's just standing funny, and that's maybe a little bit of my fault. And then the other funny thing, let me get on her doll stand. The other funny thing is this belt. So looking at the pictures online, it looks like you just twist it and put it however you want it to go. Like there's no real, like there's a loop, there's a hoop, but it's not an actual belt. I think you just kind of twist it around until it looks good to you. It's your doll, right? So I guess you can do whatever you want. But I like to do what's, what it's the right thing or the proper thing. Okay, maybe the doll stand it was too soon for the doll stand because I can't get this on her now. And now we'll finally get to see how she looks with pink hair, as if it's something we've always wanted from this doll. But for me, it's going to be interesting to see her as something so different. And I may regret it just because of liking her black wig so much. And maybe her real eyes or her starter, her regular eyes, default eyes would look better with this wig. Okay, you know what? I've taken a moment to adjust and I really like it. I'm not saying I would want to buy another one just to have this look, but to put her in it every once in a while, to keep her in it for a little while now, it's going to be really, yeah, she looks really cute. I actually like the dark eyes that I'm now willing to show you. Because at first I was really worried that maybe the eye color wasn't bringing it together, but I was so wrong. It's actually an improvement. But she might, or this whole get set up with this outfit and this wig, this might be a time for the glass eyes to have that fantasy element, the sparkly fantasy colored eyes. But anyway, she's really cute. I will miss her goth aesthetic for a while, but it's like she's a new doll, and there's nothing wrong with that. Instead of just keep buying new dolls, just change her wigs, and that's probably the good thing about Mori Lolli. Next, I'm going to move on to, might as well do Alice's outfit because I think her shoes might be okay with this. Like I won't need to bring out those white boots yet. It's called the Countryside Charm outfit. It's currently sold out. And oddly enough, this is the outfit that I was waiting on before I ordered all three of the dance outfits because it was sold out too. So I don't know what it is about this one that people like so much. It's just a simple, I mean, it's a lacy kind of dress. Like it's cute. And then it's got this, I wouldn't call it denim, chambray. It's got like a chambray vest with a ribbon to tie around the waist. But yeah, for some reason this one, and maybe it's just coincidence of when I look, that it seems to sell out the most. I'm trying to think of how much of her original outfit I can keep with this. Just the shoes or the tights? Yeah, probably just the shoes. Because it's an off-white dress, so I don't think the white boots would be the best match for it anyway. Oh, but I have to remove her beautiful hairpiece. And you know what? Let's see if that's what, if without it, she can finally keep her head up. Maybe that's been, because I feel like that's the problem, but it might not be that. It might just be like her eyes are heavy and it's two clips. So it may be a question of the doll itself just having a really heavy head. Oh, you know what? She looks cute without it. It's been so long since I've seen it that I guess I just forgot how cute she was with her hair, as is. But just in case you didn't see me unboxing her and you didn't get to see how pretty this is up close, it is like, can you see the sparkle on that jewel? Or whatever you call it, rhinestone or gem or whatever? It is so nice and there is some weight to it. And I feel like without it on her head, I can feel a difference in the weight of, let's see if her head still, yeah, her head moves better without it on. It keeps a pose. Yeah, you know what? I think her meat shoes, default shoes, will look just fine with this outfit. Yeah, see, you don't need to loosen these straps. As you've already seen, it's a simple outfit with not much to it. Velcro on the back. And it looks so tiny because their bodies are oddly proportioned. There we go, up over those hips. And they do have a newer outfit that came out, I don't know, maybe a month or two ago at this point, that I don't have any interest in because of the way it sits on the hips. I like a dress on them because it kind of, I don't know if hides the proportions is one thing, but because of the proportions of their body, if you put a skirt and a top on them, their hips are so much wider than their torso that I find that the skirt outfit that they came out with doesn't look that appealing to me. So I hope they come up with some more of the really detailed dresses like their meat outfits. Yeah, their legs are giving me a really hard time today. They're also stubborn. So here, yeah, I think oh no, her head is heavy. So they often show this outfit as, like a lot of the dolls will model something in this dress because I think it's so simple. I feel like anything that you have to slip over these hands is so difficult. I think I'm out of practice with the Mori Lolli dolls because I haven't unboxed one, I think, since Alice, and that was a long time ago. All right, first we'll try it with her default shoes, and if it's not really the right vibe, I'll bring over the white boots to try on with it. Maybe it would have looked better with stockings of some kind. You know what might look cute? One of Night Bloom's outfits comes with a pair of stockings. Oh, did you see that? So it is her head. What is wrong with your head, Alice? It must be the glass eyes. But she's the least balanced of all my Mori Lolli dolls. Yeah, sorry, before I bring out any stockings or anything more, I should show you how it looks. Because, without a stocking underneath, they just kind of, well, they jiggle because they're too big. And it doesn't really, I don't know, it doesn't really have the best look as is. I'm probably going to need to take back those white boots after all. All right, let's try something else. First, I'll give these sort of knee-high stockings a go, see how I like it. And if I don't, then next it'll be the boots. But you know what? I think I'm actually going to need the boots for the final outfit anyway, so strange. I guess I feel like I'm starting to feel like I can't have all three of these outfits displayed at one time. I don't think this is it either. But maybe I'm jumping to conclusions as I usually do. At least it's nice to know that the shoes, the straps, it's not that they just don't have to be loosened, they actually fit better over stockings or tights or whatever. So I think I like the idea of this outfit being worn with shoes and tights. It's actually really cute. I'm not sure about the silvery gray with the off-white and then the blue and all the white. But it's cute. I think the look is cute. I still want to show it to you before I try on the boots, just to be certain. You know what? Once you've got the stockings and the shoes on with her, I think it comes together fine. And that's good because I do think the white boots are needed for the final outfit. And on the stock photos for this outfit, they show it with the white boots. And I'm not crazy about how the white boots look with it just because they're so white against the off-white of the underdress or the dress that I'm glad that I figured out a way to make this look better. As long as she's not wearing the outfit that goes with these stockings, then Alice can wear these stockings with these shoes and this outfit. And as much as I love these glass eyes, this girl's head is ridiculous. Like, it's not even that her head goes forward, it makes her whole body lurch forward at times. So I'm really hoping she'll stay nicely while I move on to the final outfit, because I still have two more dolls to open. So this here is the last outfit, which will go with on Strawberry Fields. And again, you don't have to match them with any particular doll, but this is how they're shown on the website. It's called Serene Belle outfit, and I think on the website they show it with Night Bloom's meat shoes. Very weird. She has what look like black Mary Janes, and she also has leg warmer flares. So it could be that it's just gonna look the same thing, I think, but white instead of black for the first outfit I showed. And what's nice about these flares is they match the texture of her blazer, or the jacket, the bolero, whatever you would call this. The only problem with this bolero is it's got another set of ribbon strings to tie up, and I didn't show you how much trouble I had getting that tied up. As you can tell, it's not tied up very nicely. But these ribbons are so small that they're clearly designed for somebody with much smaller fingers or skinnier fingers than mine to do up. Anyway, the underdress is really nice of this one. I feel like it's got a little bit more detail than the Alice one, the one that Alice is wearing. It's got so much to focus on. It's got some tulle going around it, and yeah, it's also got the same texture on the bodice that the tights or the flare bell bottoms and the jacket have. I don't know if it's picking up on camera because there's a lot going on in this background, I think. Like the other two underdresses, it's Velcroed, which is always easy to use. Snaps do make me nervous. Some people, those hips, some people may prefer snaps over. Yeah, I'm glad I'm keeping that in so you can see how much work that was to get up over those hips. Some people may prefer snaps, but for me, I always feel like I'm going to tear the threads that are on it. And Velcro, I guess that could happen too, but yeah, I understand the problem with Velcro too, is anything can get caught on Velcro, and it tends to, especially when you're dressing your dolls while recording, or if you're dressing particularly expensive dolls, then I can see why it's frustrating too. While this outfit definitely looks better with white shoes underneath these leg warmers, I think maybe white Mary Janes would be the best option. Maybe I'm overthinking it. And maybe I'm thinking I've already got the Mary Janes in my head from the stock photos online. And so that's probably why I like the way the poking out of the feet showed. But anyway, this is how it looks with boots, white boots, and the leg warmers. And something to keep in mind with my Strawberry Fields doll is she's wearing the green acrylic eyes because I did like her original eyes, but the specks in them that were supposed to make it look like a stony brown, I thought would be like glitter. So that's why I ended up getting her the green eyes. And then I liked them on her so much that I just kept her that way. So here are the 3 dance outfits, as I like to call them. And I can finally now move on to Candice, who's the most recent release of the limited edition dolls. And I think people will really like her. So I don't know if I should have started strong or just end on a high note. But yeah, let me get these girls out of here and move on to the final 2 limited edition dolls. Candice is Mori Lolli's first collaboration doll. She was done with the doll artist Wixana, who I know they've done collaborations with for Red Ruby dolls, and Wixana also makes doll wigs and has other doll. It's like a website I've been on it looking for doll wigs for my Ruby Red dolls. So I know that they have a lot of other doll outfits and things that they make as well. I think she's from the Czech Republic. I think that's what I read on their website. But anyway, here is a doll that I've been really excited about opening because I would imagine a lot of people would like her. Same box that they always get, but just want to show it to you in case. It's like my third unboxing for this video, but I'm treating this one so differently. Ooh. So she's also got the peach skin tone, I believe, but special painting. And I'm going to start with the card again, just so you can have an idea of what she's supposed to look like. And hopefully I can present her the same way. All right, so here is Candice. So mine, it's another 100 limited edition. Mine is 83, as indicated by the art on the back. And then these things are the same as the other, oh, I'm gonna need those later. The same as the other cards I talked about in the first doll that I opened. The way she's packaged, there's not too much to see because the bangs of the wig are really covering her face, but I'm hoping you get a little bit of an indication of what's to come. I mean, you've already seen the postcard. Her outfit's in here. She's got some cute little pink bows that clip on her hair. With some nice little purse, pair of shoes, and again, her own special doll stand. And then the doll, we're getting there, she's packaged in here the same way the other dolls have been completely, right? Yeah, so she's packaged the same as Mushroom Fantasia. Let me just make some room for her because you're finally about to see her. All right, so here is the same unboxing situation you've seen 3 times now. Just pop her down, undo all the ribbons, and you know what, I'm gonna try to take off the wig because I want you to see the special face painting that she's got. This doll has acrylic eyes, by the way, and I believe she was more expensive probably because it's a collaboration. So she was, again, going by Canadian prices, I think she was $225, somewhere around there Canadian, and I don't know what that would be. But her, even though they're acrylic eyes, they are still unique. She's the only one to have this particular pattern to her eyes, and they're very nice. I'm going to remove the wig off her. There we go. Because I want you to be able to focus in more on the paint rather than the wig covering half of her face. So the same kind of sympathetic, sad kind of expression, the same painted corners in her eyes. And the blushing's not the same, but she's got blushing. And again, the peach skin tone. So the same as the Lilly doll. I'm going to move on next to her outfit, which is inside the tissue, as always. Ruby Red just loves to wrap all their stuff in tissue. Oh. Okay, so it's a pretty plain sock with a ribbon, but it just looked really cute when it came out. And I was pleasantly surprised, but I mean, it's still cute. I just thought there was a little bit more to it when I popped out. That's why it looked so dramatic. So much noise. Now here, look at this blazer, jacket, bolero, whatever you call it. It's lined, and it's got a lot of detail. I'm hoping you can see the texture here. It's almost like not waffle pattern, but it is textured. It's not a flat material. And it looks like it's going to look really sharp when it goes on, as if I haven't seen the picture that I already showed you. And there's a lot of detail in the dress. So this is way more detailed. No shade against Mushroom Fantasia. I do like the design of the doll, but this just has a lot more detail to it. It's a Lolita style, right? That's what it looks like to me with all these layers and, you know, there's just a lot to it and a lot of detail. I didn't even show the buttons on the bodice there. It's going to look so nice when she's done up with her other pieces, like this purse, which looks like an iridescent pink leather and a pearl strap that should fit very easily. You can see the iridescent, right, of the pink. It's like pearlescent, I guess you would, not iridescent, pearlescent, I should have said. Oops. And the clips that I already mentioned when I was unboxing, 2 pink bows, I guess will go on the side of her. Yeah, I guess it will go to the top of where her hair is done. And this, again, could have been already on the wig when she came, but they really like to make us work for our dolls at Mori Lolli, Ruby Red. And then faux leather, and then this is just an elastic strap. That's a nice little touch that I don't have to stress about if it's going to be easy to do or undo because it's just elastic, so that's nice. You know what, I'm going to open the stand after I dress her for a change. So once again, Velcro up the back, and hopefully her hips aren't a nightmare to get this dress over because it's really nice, and okay, it's nice. I almost feel when I'm pulling it up as hard as I've had to in the last couple outfits I've shown you, I almost worry that I'm going to rip stitching apart. But I guess they're more durable than that, right? Yeah, even without the blazer, it's already really cute. Even with her bald head. But I can just tell that she's going to look so nice. She's already coming together. Do I want to keep her eyes like this? In case you're running the answer to that question, no, I decided I don't want to keep her eyes like that. I just like went off in space, started readjusting her eyes, forgetting that I was recording. But I'm just trying to get them adjusted. And you know what? I didn't even have to pull the eye all the way off this time. I think that's why I went off in La La Land, because I was like, oh, it's really easy to do. And then I was like, oops, are we rolling? Because I do want to give her a little bit of that sweet cross-eyed look, which I used to hate that people were doing. And then I tried it once, and I was sold. Crossed eyes are cute on these little Mori Lolli dolls. So here, I'm just kind of show you. I don't know if you remember what her eye position was like before, because like I said, I just went off in La La Land, fixing her up without thinking. Yeah, this is looking cute. I like this better. Time to get this jacket on her, and I have to be careful. Is it lined? Okay, so it's just that it's not the, I guess the sleeves wouldn't be lined because it's not even the same material, but I was just trying to tell myself to be careful because I don't want to have any loose threads like I do in one of the outfits I put on now. I put on so many, I forget which one it was. Ooh, that was hard. And I don't know if there's any special trick aside from just being super careful because they have all those little pointy fingers and, you know, it's all these delicate materials and threads because the quality on this is, in my opinion, maybe because it's the newest one I've been opening, I just feel like it's the most exquisite of all the Mori Lolli dolls yet. So that's why I'm trying to be extra careful with how I get it on her. But it's all, yeah, like the details are all very sweet and very, like, very cohesive. I use that word way too much. So onto her not so simple, but simple sock. So just a plain white sock with a perfectly matched ribbon that just, even though it is so simple, it does make quite a difference. And it's going to be so cute, I can already see. I was not prepared for that to be so difficult. Anyway, it's on. It looks cute. That's all that matters, right? Well, it's not completely on. But I do love my cuticle pusher because it does help me push in unmentionable parts of socks when they stick out of shoes. And what can you do? If you want it to look perfect, you just got to do these annoying things. Now on to one of my most favorite things to get with a limited edition doll is a doll stand. Just a little hint out there for, you know, any other doll companies that make limited edition dolls and don't include a doll stand. What are you doing? But it's going to be the same situation where it's patterned. Oh, it has her name on it. Nice. Did they not have pictures of this? I feel like I'm seeing it for the first time. Maybe it just said it includes a doll stand. Yeah, they went extra, extra with her doll stand. It doesn't just have her name on it. It says, Mori Lolli, Wixana's Dollhouse, Limited Edition 2025. They wanted you to know who this doll was and that you wouldn't give this to any other doll by accident. But it's cute. I like that. I like that it's specific to her. Oh, this one went in so easily. That was weird. Was there something wrong with all my other ones? And this is the correct one? But anyway, let me get her on to the stand. What's the exact front? Because then I'm finally going to put on her wig, which I'm very excited to see because it's a nice, full, unique wig. Oh, I'm so glad I moved her eyes. I decided to double up on her friction pad so that not a hair will be out of place on this beautiful wig. So just if you want to look at it, long blonde curls, kind of Goldilocks-y, but with those little, what do you call them, half ponies up on the side of her head. There's probably a better word for that, but what would I know about hair? All right. Yeah, this is really going to be locked into place, I think, with having one on almost every corner of her head. Oh, I was like, why is it moving? It's her whole scalp moves. I forgot. So it goes on. I guess that's one thing I have to try to remember is that the head can still move. The scalp. Oh, but I want to get this position so perfectly on her, which is never humanly possible. I stand by what I said. You're going to love her when I finally turn her around and show her to you. just want to get her clips on and her purse in place and get her looking perfect. But she already kind of does. She's a really well done doll. And I guess those don't go on like that. All right, just one final touch and then you can finally see her. And she does look really cute. So I hope that, I mean, she sold out. I don't remember, oh yeah, they did 100 pieces. But I sometimes you see them, they'll do a limited edition doll of you have this amount of time to order and they'll make that many, however many get pre-ordered. But I guess with her, and the last one I opened, so maybe that's not true. I can't get our sleeves to sit right. Okay, I hope you're ready to meet Candice, because here she is. After all that, I mean, you already know what she looked like too. I'm just being silly because I'm really excited for this one. And even though I have one more doll, I did save the better. No, I don't want to say that I make it sound like I don't love Mushroom Fantasia, but the details on this are just on a different level, right? So the truth is what the truth is, and she's really pretty. And she's not like, you wouldn't think that she's my normal type of doll because she is blonde, blue-eyed, pink. But you know, when it's done right, when I'm never going to deny that a doll looks amazing when it all comes together. The curls are beautiful. I really love this doll, and like I've said so many times already, I think a lot of you would too. So I'm going to keep her here while I move on to Polka Shadows. So I finally made it to my last unboxing of the video. And like I've already said a few times, Lilly, so it's like the doll I opened here, but the goth version, the Wednesday Addams version. And both she and Candice shipped really early. I had them within the first couple weeks of November, and they were both supposed to ship sometime in December. I feel like it was like the end of December, so over a month early for both of them, which is good because I had some catching up to do anyway. So maybe I was kind of waiting for them to show up. Who knows? Okay, so this doll I'm really excited for. You're going to see why as soon as I show you the picture. Oh, she looks really, really nice. Anyway, here's the certificate. She is limited number 3 out of 80. Yeah, so she's 3 out of 80. 2025 limited editions, Polka Shadows. And now let me show you what I saw here and got really distracted as soon as I opened it. Even though she doesn't look great yet, but she's going to look so cute when she's opened up. I just really like gothy type dolls. Something is heavy in here because her shoes are here and her outfit's in here. Must be something I'm forgetting. And same thing. So I don't think you need to see any more of this. It should be pretty obvious that she's got the same light skin tone, the lightest skin tone, which is what Nightbloom has, called Snow. And I guess she was the one who went up for pre-order for a certain amount of time. I don't know if they said what numbers, how many they were going to make, but she's available on the website. So I guess what that means is they didn't, oh, she doesn't have underwear. Are they in there? Does she have no underwear? That's weird. But I guess they didn't know how many they were going to sell. So they just did come up with a number, and that's why they still have some on the website now. So if you haven't, look at the little bums. If you haven't, they're usually wearing underwear. That's why I've never seen that. So if you're interested in the doll and you haven't seen her yet, she's available on the website. Check your currency. Oh, that's what was causing the wait. It's just the gel pack. I was like, does she come with an accessory? I do not remember. So I guess that's what it is. They made a certain amount and they're still available. No idea how many. And she has tights. So that's why, sorry, my brain is always like tights, stockings, leotards, what are they? So that's why she doesn't have underwear, because it, you know, she doesn't need them. She's got this. And so more polka dots, but I forgive it and I like it because it's black and white and it's very Wednesday Addams, and she will fit very well in my collection. Let's say that much. And now that I'm opening her up and seeing how, like, the size of her and everything like that, I'm kind of inspired to go grab one of my Living Dead dolls named Sadie, who has accessories that I wonder if they would fit her, if she's the right size, that she could hold some of the elements that the doll has. I mean, I already have some displayed on my Wednesday Addams doll for Christmas, but she comes with other things too that might fit this actual doll. Oh, they're lace-ups. I was hoping for more zip-up or something. So I didn't even show the dress. I mean, I did. It's polka dots, black and white, and not much else to see aside from that. But the boots, I guess, are kind of a Wednesday style. Sure, they're not as detailed as you'd expect, especially after what the Candice doll beside me. But they're still nice. They're faux leather, they're lace-ups, and they've got some detail on them. And they're so small, I don't know what else they could do, how much more they could do. Because when I think about my Living Dead doll, the Sadie, her foot is probably a similar size, but she comes with plastic molded shoes. So this is definitely a step up from that. In fact, could Sadie fit into these? I don't know, I feel like they might be a little bit smaller than a living dead doll foot. And do you want to know what I'm so sick of tonight? Tying up these tiny little ribbons and laces with my big fat fingers because I just cannot grab it for the life of me. Like, I just wish they were all a little bit bigger. I don't know. I know that some of you don't want these long dangling laces, but I can not tie these things up properly. It's going to be the death of me. Wow. I think tying up those shoes was the hardest thing I've ever had to do on a doll. Really makes all the stuff I've had to do tonight with these little tiny dolls really makes me miss unboxing or redressing 18-inch dolls and their fashions because wow, they're so much easier to work with. I guess it's all worth it because look how cute she is with this wig on. And again, she didn't have any of those stickies, right? I don't see them. You know, they may be in her little package because her wig's not gonna sit very flush, but she looks so cute. All that struggle was worth it, I guess. Anyway, I'm trying to get her wig to sit nicely before I show you. But anyway, here is the full idea behind her before I see if she can use any of Sadie's accessories. Anyway, so these are the boots that were the bane of my existence tonight. It took way too long, too many attempts. I would tie them up, they would untie. And also their legs are a little funny. I'm used to them having a doll stand, the Mori Lolli dolls, so I'm not used to having to make them stand with, you know, without anything to assist them. Luckily for me, I forgot to put away these little friction cups or pads before I put away her box. So they're yours now, Polka Shadows. These names are so funny. I don't know what I'm supposed to call her though. I don't think Lilly could ever possibly do a better doll than this, so this is probably going to be my last one just because she's so perfect. What could they possibly do to make me want another doll? I've never already shown her to you, but I'm making a pretty big statement. I have to follow it up by showing you how cute she is. She's tiny, but she's perfect. You know what? And I have Sadie beside me now. Sadie is quite a bit bigger than her, so I don't know if she's going to be the right, her accessories would be the right size. Oh, they would definitely would not be able to wear to share shoes. But the things that she comes with, I don't need to show you the doll because some of you may not be fond of seeing a doll like that. I wonder if she could even wear her sunglasses. Where are her sunglasses? Oh, there they are. Let's see if these will even fit. Because her head's still big, actually. So I think her head's still bigger than... Oh, cute. So they do fit. They spread a little bit, but it doesn't feel like in a dangerous way. So she could wear Sadie's sunglasses, which is kind of cute. I'm not going to have her hold her meat cleaver or anything morbid like that. But she does have a nice little cape in here that might fit. Making me sit through all this, I don't know why. But this is a really cute cape, and I think it could give her just a little bit more detail because the dress is it's very simple. Okay, you could probably take or leave the sunglasses just because if you don't like to cover your doll's eyes. I don't always like to cover my doll's eyes because that's where a lot of their character sits for me, but this cloak is so darling on her. I feel like it looks better on her than it does on Wednesday, just because Wednesday has a really detailed dress, and this doll, I like the dress, but it's not as detailed as this cloak is, for example. So she just got a little bit more sophisticated. Anyway, so I know this is a silly little thing just to show you at the end, but I had this idea while I was dressing her, and I thought, why not? I have the doll. You know what? I think it might be cute without the sunglasses just because you could see her. She has very sweet eyes, like a very sweet expression in her eyes. So now let me show her one more time. Might as well while we're here, right? One last chance. So, you know, if you've made it this far, let me know what you think about her and all these silly little looks I put on her. I think she's the best Lilly could ever get. Before I close out, I decided to go in and adjust Mushroom Fantasia's eyes, inspired by Candice and what a difference it made on her expression after I gave her a little bit more of a, I guess instead of being offset, the eyes are inset, onset, a little cross-eyed, but it's so cute on them. And now that I've given into that aesthetic, I really do like it. So here is Mushroom Fantasia. This is how I'm happy keeping her because I feel like I sort of opened her in the beginning and then threw her way behind me and forgot all about her. But look, she's really sweet. I want to bring in Candice to show the two limited edition Mori Lolli dolls side by side. They're calling Mushroom Fantasia a special edition, I think, and they're calling Candice an artist edition. So they're just having, I guess they're going to have all these different kinds of lines. They've got Lilly over here beside me as well. So I guess that means they have a lot of plans maybe on rise, and I hope one of those plans will be creating deeper skin tones so that we can see just a little bit more variation because I like the snow, I like the peach, I like the cream, but I would like to see, you know, deeper skin tones too, just to have a little bit more variety. And not just with the special face paintings that these two got over here. And it does make me love them very much. Just a gentle reminder that if you ever wanted to buy Mori Lolli stuff, and that includes Luna Lilly, but not limited edition dolls, it included her, but it hasn't included these two, then the code is DisBlaine at the checkout. It'll give you 10% off. It gives me 10% off too, so I like it. But it also alleviates some of my guilt, because when you watch my videos and you buy stuff because of my showing them to you, at least if there's a little bit of a discount involved, I don't have to feel as bad. So thank you for hanging out with me in this huge catch-up video, and hopefully I'll see you soon in the next one, which hopefully won't be a catch-up video.